So in any fandom, there's going to be that one character that stands heads and shoulders above the rest as the most hated character in any given piece of media. And Miraculous has a whole heap of contenders. We have old classics like Chloe, a true jerk who seems to take pleasure in bullying others and who always, at least until the end of Season 5, avoided accountability for her actions over the course of the show, and thus is enabled to continue causing pretty much every character in the show a whole heap of strife. Then there's more malignant characters like Lila, a tremendous narcissist who makes it her own personal mission to ruin Marinette's life, and all because she's salty. A manipulator who has no compunctions in using, hurting, and discarding others at the drop of a hat, even if it's only for the slightest gain to herself. We have characters like Gabe, who in pursuit of trying to fix his family ruins it forever, abusing his son and causing his own destruction and death, ensuring that Adrian would be forever without both of his parents for the rest of his life. And that's not to mention his callous disregard not only for his son's feelings, but the lives and wishes of literally any other person outside his immediate sphere of influence. Dude's just a bad person. Maybe, and this is one that's gotten more and more popular to hate over the last couple of seasons, at least from the online fan base, maybe Marinette's your most hated character. Most of the reasons people dislike her are honestly for meta reasons. They think she's too OP, they think she's taken up too much time, that Cat Noir's being neglected by the writing in favour of her. With the main in-character reason that people cite for disliking her is that she is a mega creep, a walking red flag, a schedule-stalking, pillow-sniffing creeper of the highest order. Or perhaps you dislike a more minor character like the Mayor, who honestly sucks even if the storyline's trying to trick you into thinking he doesn't. Maybe it's the Queen Simp herself, Natalie, who aids and abets Gabe until she herself grows sick from everything, and then, and only then, she starts to claim that Adrian's suffering. Cringe, Natalie. Cringe. Or perhaps there's characters like Alec, who's a massive douche before his change of heart during Wishmaker. Or there's that film producer guy Bob Roth who screws people over at every turn. Hell, there's even Jagged Stone, the absolute deadbeat dad who only reconnects with his kids after one of them attacks him when they're akumatized and forces him to admit it. What a turd! And then there's characters like Andre the ice cream man. I hate this guy. Absolute joke. Flaunting the law with no permit for his ice cream truck, being weird and creepy and just forcing the ideas of who should be together, simply based on who his ice cream has told him should be together. Or that time he started crying, straight up crying, because Marinette was too sad to eat ice cream, and thus it got him akumatized as he lost faith in himself. Like, who is this man? Dude's simply a yikes machine, I'll tell you what. But this video is not about any of them. It's merely an acknowledgement that many characters can be hated for a wide variety of different reasons. I myself dislike a number of characters. I think you can probably guess some of them based on what I've said here. But there's always been one character that I only slightly disliked in the background. He's an idiot, a buffoon, a bully, and the more I thought about him, the more I started to despise him. Now obviously before we go any further and somebody says, "Oh my god, you need to touch grass," I will say this is all tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time, let's not forget this dude's a massive clown. He's trash of the highest order. Throw out the whole damn man. Kim sucks. That's right, it's Kim. Kim's trash. And it's not like it's always because he's a bad person, even though there are many times I would argue that he is indeed a bad person, but he just pisses me off whenever he opens his dumb-ass mouth. Seriously, dude's a fool. An absolute fool. How does he function? Is there any way to dispute he's one of the most annoying characters in this damn show? I think not, but don't worry, we're going to go exploring into his past to illustrate my point about this twerp once and for all. To try to sway you to my side as to why he's the most hateable and annoying character in Miraculous Ladybug, and prove that not only is Kim a trash dude, but he's just a character that has no value whatsoever. Harsh, but I think it's warranted. Okay, so I guess we'll go in a vaguely chronological direction, right? In the two-parter Stoneheart storyline, we see that Kim is a bully. And I think it's clear to everybody, Ivan, he's a gentle giant. Sure, he has a temper and he wears that skull shirt. Bit edgy, not gonna lie. But at the same time, for the most part, he's a veritable sweetheart. That's very clear from the get-go. And what does Kim do to this guy? Why, he figures out that Ivan likes Mulan, and then he bullies him about it. So already, from the get-go, we establish that this dude is a douchebag and a bully. And later on in the two-parter, the guy laughs at Chloe when Marinette smacks her down and embarrasses her in front of the entire class. And that's not bad. Chloe is a bully. She deserves some justice. But it does show that not only is he a bully, but he's an inconsistent buffoon who will turn on anybody if he finds it slightly amusing, even if it's a girl he's currently simping for, as we'll soon see. In Lady Wi-Fi, the dude solidifies himself as a dweeb and a simp. He notices Alia take a photo of the inside of Chloe's locker, and instead of simply asking Alia what's going on or reporting her to a teacher, he straight up just steals Alia's phone from her and gives it to Chloe, leading to Alia's suspension. Like, bro, come on. Chloe's already known as such a piece of shit here, and yet he goes out of his way to help her out. Until he gets his just desserts in Dark Cupid, where he tries to ask Chloe to be his Valentine, and he gets brutally shot down and made to look a fool, which leads to him being akumatized. And not to victim blame, but what did he think was going to happen here? I know simping can warp your mind and make you a blithering idiot, and that Kim was already working with not so much, but Chloe is without a doubt the meanest character in season 1. There's not one character outside of Adrian whom she's consistently nice to. So how is he ever going to win her heart? He played himself. No sympathy. He doubles down on this abject stupidity in Animan, where he spends time bragging about how he would easily defeat a panther in a running race, which no matter what type of panther we're speaking about, whether it's a jaguar or a leopard, they are by far faster than the fastest humans. They would run down the likes of prime Usain Bolt. But yes, Kim, you won the county athletics tournament. Sure, you could win. Maybe we should try it out. And not only that, but he spends his time disparaging the zookeeper. And I mean, let's be fair here though. Alia's dad is very cringe because he got akumatized by this idiot. Pull your head in. But it just cements that Kim is annoying. He'll bully anyone if it takes his fancy. And he's just so stupid. I despise this level of stupidity. His further lack of basic understanding of how fast he can run compared to other, more obviously faster ways of transport is proven once again, when he challenges Alex to a race in front of their entire class, but she is on roller skates. Come on, son. And he's so arrogant and self-assured that he's going to win. It's just ridiculous. And that brings us into season 2, where it's revealed that this cretin is a glutton for punishment. Remember when he was shot down by Chloe on Valentine's Day and made to look like an absolute idiot? Made to look like a true buffoon? And yet here he comes back for more, as the smooth-brained Supreme appears at Chloe's party and asks to slow dance with her. Romantic slow dance. Does he have no brain? Well, actually, I think we established it. No, he does not have a single brain cell in that skull, and he's just proven my point even further. But this isn't enough for old Kimmy, because not only does he keep simping beyond the point of rationality, but he lacks conviction in his simpery. He laughs at her and mocks her for having a teddy bear. And for one, there's no shame in having a teddy bear. I have a teddy bear. Teddy bears are cute and cool and nostalgic. You just throw out all your childhood stuff when you grow old? What a sad lifestyle. And this is only moments later in the same episode. They'd just been slow dancing. So clearly, he'd still been trying to woo Chloe at this point. But he goes ahead and he mocks and belittles her in front of everybody at the party. So by this point, you think it would have sunk in that he had well and truly lost his chance, although he never had one to begin with, but still, he'd cemented his failure. He's been publicly embarrassed by her and he's done the same to her in turn. But he doesn't listen to any of this and instead just keeps on the path of the simp, trying and failing to woo Chloe one last time, trying to get her to come to the movies, only to fail and then ask out Ondine as a very deeply obvious consolation prize. Imagine being Ondine, and this is how you get a boyfriend. Ugh. And it gets worse for her, but we'll come back to that later. Also, he dances with Max when Chloe announces that she's leaving the school in Maledictator, which, that's fine, I would too, she sucks. But considering he's later back to simping for her, it makes him look like he has multiple personalities or severe brain damage. Maybe I'm not far off on that. In season 3, during Star Train, the dude hears Mac's mum tell them that the train is going underwater through the Channel Tunnel. And what does Kim do? Does he run to the window to look and be like, ooh, look, a tunnel? No, he runs off to change into his swimming gear. His swimming gear! What is going on with this man? No, he's not a man. This boy, this fool! Kim! Oh, I need to scream into my pillow. It's his mixture of arrogance, rudeness, and stupidity. Unrepentant stupidity. And it's a potent cocktail that leaves him in very rare air of my disdain that only the ice cream seller can challenge. In Kwame Buster, the class goes into the library to watch Ms. Mendeleev appear on the TV show Alternative Truth. And he becomes that guy. You know the one. The one in class who, when you get to dim the lights and watch something in, science or something, instead of doing work, and then some dingleberry decides to talk and comment all the way through it, sometimes to the point of the teacher getting angry and switching it off. Way to go, dipshit! Now Mr. Collins has turned off Mythbusters. I'll never let that go. That's my Waterloo. Very specific anger. I will admit, Kim is pretty good in Party Crasher. I enjoy him there. And whilst he doesn't have any annoying, stupid, or rage-inducing moments for ages, until Optigami, of course, where this idiot, this fool, decides to race an elevator. And it's by this point I'm feeling sorry for his existence. Like, imagine being this dumb. Like, it's actually kind of sad. It's a tragedy. And remember, this is at the point that I still just was like, oh, he's kind of cringe and annoying. I didn't hate him yet. That comes later, and it makes all of these actions beforehand even worse. But yes, he runs up like 40 flights of stairs or something like that. I don't remember what floor it's supposed to be, and he thinks he can defeat an elevator in terms of speed. And obviously he doesn't, because he gets overlapped, as in, he doesn't arrive to the top floor until the elevator's already gone up and back down to the bottom. Oh, it is funny. And like I said, this video is tongue-in-cheek, but holy shit, this is a level of stupidity that is difficult to comprehend. And we see this stupidity on display once again when he challenges Alex in Haxan to do one lap of a relatively small park in the time it would take him to do 100 push-ups. Arrogance! The arrogance of it! Has anybody here actually done 100 consecutive push-ups? It's hard. I can't do it. Even when I was actually fit, I couldn't do it properly. Even Markov, when he's infected by Haxan, can't take it anymore. And he straight up calls him an idiot. Harsh, but well deserved. My god, imagine being poor old Markov stuck with this guy because he's Max's best friend. At what point do you check for brain trauma? But all of this, it pales in comparison to the all-timer cringe fest that is Derision. If Derision didn't exist, none of this would matter. He'd just be kind of lame and cringe. But this makes me actually dislike him and makes all his negative traits really bad. It's revealed that prior to the start of the show, Marinette had a massive crush on Kim, and since she was less awkward back then, she was able to ask him out and flirt with him. And what does he do? Why, he simps for Chloe and takes part in a cruel prank alongside her. One that makes Marinette frightened and fall in the pool. And then even now, a year later, he still finds it hilarious. Hilarious. He doesn't understand why people would even be upset. And in front of his girlfriend, he openly simps for Chloe. Throw the whole man in the bin. He is so indignant about nobody finding his cruelty even remotely funny that his stupid ass gets akumatized. What a fool! What a foolish, pathetic dweeb. And I think this is the episode that made me stop pointing and laughing at this dum-dum to just openly despising him. Being prohibitively stupid is one thing, but to be cruel and maliciously stupid, that is another thing. And so that's why Kim sucks, and why he's becoming one of my most disliked characters in the show. I mean, I love the villains. I love watching the villains. I have fun when they're on screen because they're compelling. Except for Chloe, but that's because she's been way overdone. You know, writers, you need to back off on that one. But Kim just sucks. Kill him off. Well, maybe not kill him off. Just make him go away. They're going to a different school, right? Maybe he goes to a different one. So yeah, Kim sucks. That's my thesis statement. And so I'll just remind you that, 1, this video is tongue-in-cheek. I do not have to stress that enough. And also, these have just been my opinions, and now I'd like to hear yours. What are your thoughts on Kim? Do you agree? Is he trash? Do you disagree? Am I completely taking this out of context? I'm curious for your thoughts, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know.